disabled people voted at the same rate as non-disabled people, then there would be about 2 million more voters in the United States. Hey y'all, my name is Jessica Jordan, also known as the Rolling Explorer, and we are currently in the middle of Disability Voting Rights Week. To celebrate, I'm partnering with the American Association of People with Disabilities to spill the accessibility on what it's really like to vote as a disabled person in the US. First of all, let's start off with some more statistics. According to the Election Assistance Committee, 1 in 7 voters had difficulty voting in 2022. But voters with disabilities were almost 3 times more likely to have difficulties or require assistance during the voting process. Part of this was probably due to inaccessible voting venues. In 2017, the Government Accountability Office found that 60% of polling places had at least one problem that made them inaccessible. And considering at least 1 in 4 adults in the United States has some type of disability, this has significant repercussions and can clearly affect a huge number of people. Now, on a personal note, since turning 18, which is the legal age to vote in the United States, I have only participated in 2 election cycles. The first time I ever got to cast my vote, I went to a polling center in my hometown. When I arrived, there was essentially no line and there was a flat entrance to get in. This, coupled with the fact that I went with my parents, made the experience completely accessible to me. They were there to push me around in my wheelchair, and because I didn't have to spend any significant time at the polling center, I didn't have to find out if they had an accessible bathroom or not. My second voting experience took place in the fall of 2020. So, like many other Americans, I cast my vote by mail from the safety and comfort of my own home. Now, I just need to say that I recognize that I was so lucky compared to many other Americans around the country when it came to casting my vote in the past. But I also know that this might not always be my experience. Y'all know I like adventure. I am a Sagittarius after all. We like to move around. We like to travel. We like to experience new places and new things. I'm gonna be out on my own soon in a brand new city, and I know that that transition is going to be so fun, but it's also going to come with a learning curve. One of those being, how the heck do I vote in this new location? Well, let me tell you, I plan on planning ahead. Shocker, right? And I'm gonna do so using the resources provided by the American Association of People with Disabilities. In recognition of Disability Voting Rights Week, AAPD wants to make sure that you have your voice heard. So they have created and streamlined an area on their website to make sure that you can check if you are registered to vote, find out how to register to vote if you're not, and figure out where and how you can vote come election season. Friends, I gotta say that voting is one of the most important powers that we have as American citizens. It literally gives us the power to enact the changes that we want to see in our country. As we look to the 2024 presidential election, it is more important now than ever before that disabled people around the country have their voices heard. Because as we look to the issues that are going to be discussed in this next election cycle, it is evident that the decisions that are made will drastically impact disabled people more than they will affect non-disabled people. A few instances that come to mind include healthcare and climate change. But this list is in no way exhaustive. Have your voice heard. Register, educate, vote. And together, let's create the world that we actually want to live in and can live in. But y'all already know that's some tea for another day. Please take a second to share this accessibility video to spread the word on disability voting rights in 2023. Until next time.